Who wrote and produced better for other artists? We're not talking about their solo albums. We're not talking about the remixes. We're just strictly talking about the pen game. Babyface versus R. Kelly. And we'd have had this versus the 15 best against each other. And we're talking about where they wrote for others. And just strictly, we're talking about as artists. We're not talking about personal life. We're not talking about anything else. Just strictly the pen game. Who you got and why. This makes a good debate. This has been an interesting debate that's come up quite a bit in a lot of feeders. I happen to be a fan both of them musically, um, watching both of them, and they both showcase crazy versatility. I'll go back with Babyface from Man Child to the Deal. He was doing R&B funk, then pop, and then just branched out into different things with New Jack Swing and different things. Just was able to keep his thing going and through the test of time. And when you think about his songwriting with Midnight Star, with The Deal, when you get to the Whispers, when you get to Bobby Brown, when you get to Karen White, when you get to Tony Braxton, Boys to Men, TLC, you know, Madonna, Whitney Houston, Mary J. Blige. You think about the versatility, the songwriting, the craftsmanship, and the styles, and still being able to hold it together. And in his defense, I heard, Stevie Wonder said, "What an incredible run." And that was a heck of a statement coming from Stevie Wonder. But you got to remember, you know, that ability to layer the songs that become a soundtrack for so many lives, that is such an incredible feat the guy did. And he wrote for Aretha Franklin as well and Brandy. I mean, he made it look so easy. He really, truly made it look like it was nothing to it. And it just had a sound and a style that just worked and interwoven and amazing. One of the most well-rounded, important musical figures the last 40 years. Then we get to R. Kelly. Now, but legal person situations aside, there's no denying the man's impact as a singer, songwriter, producer, and arranger for others. And better for worse, how you look at it with Aaliyah, back and forth still sounds tight. The music is still tight. Sparkle, tight. Isley Brothers brought back the Mr. Biggs character. Michael Jackson hit big with, all the way up to B2K, Charlie Wilson, hit with him. Trying to think, Changing Faces hit with them, because I have to sit there and you thinking about like all the artists that he worked with over the years, and he was able to, Maxwell. Fortunate still sounds great. Some people think that's the last great Maxwell song. So you think about the songwriting that he did and the different artistry and how he was able to, a high five, songs that just still hit, when you listen to them. So he was able to